All right, John Mazza, Marshall Holman, and match number 2. A couple of very competitive players.
Marshall showed his extreme competitiveness in that 10th frame. He may really be feeling good and sitting good right now. He's got a ball working on both lanes. He's got to be confident, and Mazza didn't appear to have that good a shot in practice.
You mentioned the ball that Marshall drilled up just prior to the telecast. That's the one he's using on the left-hand lane where he trips out the 4 and gets the 10. It's a ball that he's using negative weight in.
Well, negative weight makes the ball go into a roll quicker. What Marshall's been finding is as the ball carries the oil down the lane and get what we call carry down, is his ball's been going too far, not breaking quick enough. Negative makes it go into a roll a little bit sooner, puts it in the pocket.
John Mazza comes out, and you mentioned he hasn't had the greatest of reactions with any of his equipment or any of his angles in the practice session, yet he's able to gut it out and throw a strike in the first frame.
Well, Mazza's been working tremendously hard on his mental attitude. He's seen a sports psychologist. He's trying to be positive. He's trying to stay focused. He's trying to learn how to control his emotions and his inner self. It's been doing a very good job of it.
And has spent innumerable occasions in Akron, Ohio, working with Fred Borden. Really has developed over the last couple of years into one of the premier left-handers on the national tour. This one high and through the nose, gets a break though.
Leaves only the 2-pin. John wastes very little time.
Made back-to-back shows earlier this year down in Florida.
Won his first title down there in Winter Haven. Florida Open.
He was so much fun to watch at the Firestone this year. It was always one of his dreams to get a chance to participate in that event, and he thoroughly enjoyed himself. He said, I don't care where I finish, I'm going to try and win, but this is one of the rewards of bowling on the national tour.
Well, he's earned it. He's been out here 9 years, and so he's paid his dues. A little soft on the speed, crosses over and leaves the 10.
Also looked like he turned that awfully early too, Mike.
And you see his hand? It's exactly what he showed with his hand. He went down with his thumb. It means when a bowler does that, he knows that he's turned it too early. He hasn't stayed behind it long enough. And a lot of times when you do turn early, the speed goes down.
Is that telling you subconsciously that you don't think you can get the ball back?
As he converts the spare? Yeah, I think it does, Denny. I mean, it indicates a slight lack of confidence. Try and get a picture of that. There he is right behind the ball now. Head steady. Starts down with the thumb now. He's all the way around to the side of the ball here at this point, and the thumb really went down. Marshall tries to stay behind that ball much longer. We're just not machines, though. These pros are not machines. They can't throw the ball perfectly every time.
You can see perfect, though. Stayed with that shot so much longer and got the beautiful reaction. So Marshall comes back with a strike in the 3rd. And we've got an even Steven match here in the early stages.
Again, watch that steady head. Now watch the hand. Stays behind it, behind it, behind it, behind it. Now the thumb is out, right about there, and he snaps with those fingers there.
And you hear the thump of the thumb hole for John Mazza, who just kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, I'll take the strike, but man, I'd like to figure out how to hit the pocket.
Well, last week he was behind in the championship match and got 2 crossover strikes, both for doubles. And suddenly his opponent got a hole or a split, and he wound up winning the tournament easily, but he wasn't lined up for a while last week, so he can maybe find it here.
It's interesting. He said, my goal is not necessarily to win, it's to go out and make good shots one after another. Through the nose again on the left-hand lane instead of just the 2-pin this time. He's got an assortment.
He's got company with it this time, yeah. Switches to a hard polyester ball, plastic ball, to shoot the spare. The reason he's doing this is he doesn't want it to hook. Ooh. Well, not exactly the way he played it, but he makes the spare. John is shaky at best right now. He just lost that ball off his hand completely.
Interesting thing too, Mike. I don't know if you noticed, but he just put his ring finger in that. Did not put the middle finger in that.
Well, that's why he's been shooting those spares, right? I guess, lately. And
Holman to try and double up. And that may be his best shot at this point. Now he is using the ball with negative weight on both lanes.
On both lanes.
Mm-hmm. So his assessment, well, this will be interesting to see if, as the oil carries down, if his shot remains a little more consistent.
Well, negative weight I used it a lot throughout my career, yeah, because it gave me an even arc to the pocket. It went into a roll quicker, and I didn't have those violent reactions. I didn't have a tremendous skid and then hook. It would give me a more even arc, and I liked that a lot better.
Well, he had enough confidence that time to swing at a couple of boards, and then he gives it the Chichi Rodriguez move to the left.
Did he give it the sword play, too?
He might here if he throws a couple more.
Watch that. Tilts almost over. Watch the headpin. Scrambles him up, and Marshall takes off running to the left.
Holman now with a 20-pin lead. Mazza with a little more swing and a beautiful shot on lane 46.
And he's chosen to finish on 47 where he hasn't hit the 1-2 yet.
And this is like, turnstile. Mazza threw a new ball on that lane. So players right now are utilizing the entire arsenal.
Well, they're pulling out the wedge and the driver.
That's right.
5-iron and everything.
Hitting those punch shots, fades, hooks. Hey, you have to do what you have to do to throw strikes. And you can't wait around.